Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Leon Thomas, and right now I'm speaking with the wonderful David Duane.
Everybody, thanks for getting back in two on air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane, in the place to be right here, right now. We've got our boy Leon Thomas back with us now. Y'all know the songwriter, singer, actor. He's back with us to talk about his brand new project, Genesis, and he's actually going to be in a new play for 2 months down in Miami that he's going to be able to, tell us about and, just kind of catch up because it's been a minute since we last had you on. Welcome back, Leon.
What's up? What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Things are amazing, man. Like I said before we started recording, man, I'm truly excited. I'm out here in Miami doing this play. I'm playing the legendary Sam Cooke. So I've been learning some amazing songs, and the dialogue is phenomenal, man. We got 80 pages of really, really, really amazing dialogue. So we've been running through those scenes and getting everything locked in. Rehearsals have been rigorous, but I'm quite excited about us premiering in the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely. And that's going to be such a dope, role for you to, just take something like that, as far as a play is concerned. How are you feeling about doing that run as Sam Cooke?
I mean, it's for me, I knew a lot about his music, but not a lot about his life. So before I took the role, I did about 2 or 3 weeks of, intensive just studying and research on who Sam Cooke was, the man, and we have a lot of similarities. He owned his own label, I own my own label, and he was an amazing songwriter for not just himself but a lot of other people as well. So I really saw the similarities and took the role on head first, and I've been really excited to just capture the essence of who he is. It's been a really, really, really cool opportunity.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I think things have been going phenomenally and exceptionally well for you since the last time we chatted, which was when the Vibes mixtape was out. So I got to say congratulations, because you've just been killing it every single way, from doing work with Post Malone, Belly's new album, Detroit. I mean, dude, it just gets better and better and better for you, just to know that all these amazing things have just happened back to back and back to back. And it's just, the response has been just incredible. How does that make you feel?
Man, I mean, it's kind of surreal, because for me, it's always been trying to figure out how to make all of my career paths happen simultaneously, and not let anyone linger while I focus on certain aspects. But 2018 has been the year of balance for me. I found the perfect balance between, still being in the studio, perfect balance of continuously auditioning for the right kind of roles, and then also pushing my new project, Genesis, which has been doing very well. We had a record that went top 20 this year. So, I mean, this is my first time having a single of my own, hit Billboard like that. So, it's a big deal on all fronts, man. It feels great, but now I'm just really hungry for a taste of what the next level feels like, balancing all of these career paths at once, man. I'm super excited about the immigration record that just came out with Belly as well. That song has been kind of just living in my iTunes folder for some months now. So it was cool to finally let people hear, that Meek Mill verse we got on there, and also that MIA feature that was on it, man. So it's just it's just a surreal year for me, man. I'm doing everything I said I would do, and people around me are really truly seeing how my word is my wand.
Most definitely. It definitely is. And let's kind of just talk about Detroit, the movie, before we talk about the Genesis project. Was I absolutely love it. Everybody, while you're listening to this interview, make sure you go to your favorite digital retailer, download Genesis right now as we talk. But, just taking the role, such a role in Detroit, and, just what it was all about, and just the impact of the true message behind it, just kind of taking that role. What was the most important thing that you had to say it was, just being a part of that film?
I mean, you don't really get a chance as an artist to truly use your artistry for activism, but being in a movie like Detroit, it created so much awareness on the correlation between what we deal with police brutality today and what had happened 50 years ago. So it's pretty just surreal, man. Once again, to be working with some Oscar award-winning directors and screenwriters, and of course Oscar award nominated actors as well. So it was just it was a real level up for me. And I was able to really see how it feels to be on like a big franchise film, aside from some of the films I had done prior to then when I was a lot younger. It was just a different space to be in my adult life. So, Detroit will always hold a special place in my heart. I had to cut my hair for that role. There's a lot of sacrifice that I had to do for that piece. But I'm glad I made that sacrifice.
Exactly. And life is about making sacrifices. And I think that from that film, people are able to see that just in life you have to make those certain sacrifices to fight back and, be a voice and, seek your truth. Especially during those times that these riots were going on in Detroit. People were speaking their truth. They didn't let, what was going on in society, take them. They fought back.
Right. It was truly war on American soil. The people against authority, and it was just really eye-opening to see exactly how many liberties were taken by the police at that time, and how they reacted to the situation, and its ties to systematic oppression. And for me, I learned a lot doing that film. I left a bit of a historian, after really studying up for the role and really just becoming as enthralled in the time period as I could. All of the subtext was so important, so we did our study, and it was truly eye-opening.
And now let's definitely just dive in and talk about Genesis, because I've been listening to the project since it came out. I'm just glad that the response to it has been exceptionally well. My personal favorite is Beg with Elvon. That was so dope. How you both just, the voices just match so well. Shout out to Elle. She's a good friend of ours too. Just being able to work with somebody like Elle, and just, for that song and for her voice to just kind of fit the project, what was that experience like working with her?
Well, first off, how it all came about was just really surreal, man. I keep using that word, but it's just the key word to this year for me. She was my roommate for like 2 years. We both lived in this really, really, really cool house in LA. It kind of looked like a castle, and she lived up at the top of the castle, and I had like the big guest house of the castle, because I wanted to be able to play my music and not bother my neighbors, and there was nobody above me or below me. So I took the space and I turned it into my home studio / living space. And I would always play my music super loud just because I could. And when she would walk up to her place, which was a couple flights up, she would hear me play music. And one day I was making music and I got a knock at the door. And I wasn't expecting anybody, so I was a little surprised that I had a surprise visit. I figured it was one of the neighbors saying, turn that shit down. And
right.
I walk over there and it's Elle Varner, and I'm just like, what? And we ended up being really good friends, She heard the song. We talked about music and how it's affected our lives. We both grew up in this industry, being signed at very young ages, so we had a lot to, that we could compare. And she heard the song and said she really wanted to record it. I recorded most of my parts at the house, but she recorded over at Paramount. And next thing you knew, we had a mix ready to go, and it was one of my favorite joints on the record. I'm just so glad that people have responded to it well. That particular song just got written up in Rolling Stone, and it's just wild, like to go from my bedroom to Rolling Stone, like that's a big deal,
Yeah, that's a huge deal. And being the fact, like you said, that this project has charted on Billboard and has done exceptionally well, even on iTunes. Just seeing, because I know for you, music was something you've always just wanted to break as like a breakthrough artist yourself, but now you've had that opportunity this year. So when you just think about all that preparation that you put in, like, what's that feeling besides surreal that you get from like just kind of thinking all the way back to now?
I mean, it's just hunger now. Now, I got a taste for it, so now I'm just like, all right, I know what I need to do. I know what I need. And it's more, man. I want more now. So, my aspirations and, the way that I speak about the future is never going to change. I'm always going to want more in life. So having I definitely still don't feel completely accomplished when it comes to my goal of music. I have a lot more to get done. This is just the genesis, the beginning of it all, and that's why I named my project that, because I wanted to let people know, like, if y'all thought this was it, like, just wait on it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Just vibes, because they're coming, and I've been recording all year. I got the first draft for my new album done already, so now we need probably like 2 more drafts before I start picking singles and stuff like that. But this is just the beginning, man. So I mean, I knew for a fact that I needed to take time, really find myself, hustle, get some records out on people like, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, Ty Dolla $ign, like, get my production company off the ground, which we have. The Rascals have been doing extremely well. Aside from the records that I was even involved with, my production company went on to, do songs for Jessie Reyez, Normani, Kehlani, a bunch of different people this year. So, it was just getting all of my visions off the ground. Just take flight. So that's really where I'm at with it right now. It's time to just get it cracking, really. Like, let's just get it. Let's get it going. I mean, I've done the preparation. I've studied enough. Now it's time to just show out.
Exactly. And like you said, you put in the hard grind and working out. Like there's no stopping. There's no limits to it. And I know that fans have been going crazy for when you went live and you're like, this is Normani record. So I've got to ask for all the curious minds, what kind of record are we getting from you and Normani?
Well, I mean, it's really dope. I mean, it wasn't a joint that I was a part of. It was a song that my production partner did, but it's all under our production company. So every win we have is a group mission. It's a partnership for that reason. That we both bring great things to the table. He did a song called Body Count. That's really, 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 really dope. And Kehlani and Normani all hopped on this song with Jessie Reyez, and I'm just so proud of him, and I'm so proud of what we've been able to accomplish and leverage, honestly, with all of the music that we've been able to, place this year alone, so
right.
It's already out. You can check it out on Spotify if you like, but it's a great representation of, what we do as a production company.
I mean, I've heard the record, and I think that just how all 3 women on there just bodying it on that record with the production, I'm just like,
yeah.
It was something that people were not thinking was going to happen, putting all 3 of them on the record. But exactly, and musically it worked.
Oh, it definitely works, man. It definitely works, and I mean, the song is streamed extremely well. Like I said, I'm just a proud brother and a proud homie. Chris Riddick Tynes is extremely talented, and that's a win that we can bring home. Me bringing back that Post Malone album that was on Billboard longer than Thriller. It's like both of us bringing these different aspects into this production company makes it work so well, because we can always look and where he'll deal with some of the pop divas or the R&B divas. I'll step into some of the trap space and work with a little Uzi Vert or a Young Thug, and we'll bring in different genres and aspects of the industry and put it all together. Even like the Juice WRLD, or like I'm kind of like in that smoke perp mumble rap zone. When I want to be. Which is it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool to just kind of, make music with my peers, with people my age. That not all of them are kind of like on the same wave that I'm on, musically speaking, when it comes to, the complicated chords or this and that. And I know how to turn that off and turn that on. So we've been able to just really branch out as producers and bring in some plaques. That's really what it's all about. Our mentor, Babyface, has literally a hallway from the floor all the way to the ceiling filled with plaques. And that to us lets us know that the, 8 or 9 plaques we've accumulated together means something, but it's not everything. We need to do.
You got to keep that pushing.
Already. Yeah, we can't get satisfied because honestly, we've got some huge shoes to fill when it comes to who we look up to. Our version of success is far different from everyone else's.
Exactly. And settling is never good. So I love the fact that you so far, I mean, it's always with each project, you know, like, I'm going to keep going, if it was from Insecure, if it was from the mixtapes, doing places with other artists, your whole thing is like, I'm not going to stop. This is not enough, because there's a lot of people that get in this business and they feel like settling is going to work for them and it's going to keep them in the business. But you've been a proven testament that not settling is going to keep you in this business. And that's what people have to understand.
Yeah, not settling, not getting comfortable. Complacency is a horrible disease. And, like, for me, I'm always just, taking my hustle pills every morning. I'm ready to get it in. Like, I'm ready to go crazy. I'm waking up earlier than everybody else, sleeping later than everybody else, because I know, like, I got to work essentially 3 different career paths in order to really get that I want to at some point be able to, live up to the people I look up to, like Quincy Jones or Babyface or Oprah, who, like, made legacies, like stuff that will never be forgotten. And I'm just really just hustling as hard as I can to be that influential to my generation. People have grown up with me on TV, which is a beautiful thing, but I can't get comfortable with that level of fame. It needs to be
right.
There's definitely another level, There's like
always
searching for that new frontier. Yeah.
And it's like, even if you were to settle and to go back into that, that lane of what you've done previously with television, it's like you have to find a different angle of doing it, even if you were to say, you know what, this was good, everything was good about it, but you would have to figure out how to maneuver different with it versus,
right.
Okay, let's just kick right back to, what it was with Nickelodeon and a show like that, which was great, but
no. It was a great platform, and I mean, after we finished the show, there was talk and energy of maybe potentially, continuing down that space, which would have been the easy road. The easy road for me. It was comfortable. I knew the executives. It was all love. It was all, it was very helpful and it was very lucrative. But I looked at where I wanted to be, and what I wanted to do, and although it was a harder path, and not always as financially rewarding, I had to kind of become my own boss in a sense, and really, really, really attack the production stuff like I knew I should. And at first, people thought I was crazy. It was, what are you doing? Why are you producing so much? And then the Grammy came, and they shut up. Like they ate their words a little bit. And then after the Grammy, it was like, okay, you did it now, so now you can just do no. But like, no, I have more to accomplish. I have more to get done, and if we're really going to call ourselves, I guess mentees of the great Babyface, we got a lot of work to do. We have artists to build, we have artists to break. That's one thing we're working on now, is finding the next big artist to break, aside from what I'm doing as an artist as well. So it's time to get right. It's time to get right.
And so now you have this new music video coming out, and then from there, this album, right?
Right. New music video. I'm gonna take some time. After I do this play, I'm doing it for 2 months. But I want to take some time, probably travel a little bit and just get some inspiration. Spend some time maybe back home in New York a little bit, like get back to my roots a little bit. I've written my first draft for the album, so I'm like really excited about that. It sounds amazing. We've got some amazing features going on. I've been in the studio working with Ty Dolla $ign on his next project, which has been crazy. The music is sounding phenomenal. But I'm looking forward to taking things to the next level on my artist stuff. So I'm gonna kind of step back and take off the producer and writer hat for a little bit. I was able to really lock in some great placements this year, but now it's time to really just buckle down and really just discover what the next aesthetic and overall vibe is gonna feel like.
Exactly. And you know what? That's amazing, Leon. I'm just so glad that you're even saying that, this was great, but now for me to really give more with my artistry. I've got to start right here, and then we'll get back to it. Because a lot of people, they don't know when to stop it.
Yeah, had to be done though. But like just to know when to stop and start and figure it all out is it's helpful. It's helpful, But I'm definitely taking everything that I can, to the next level. And even for me, taking the time to do this play, it's like I'm in theater school in Yale. Like I'm working with professors that do classes at Yale. The director is a famous director, when it comes to, the theater space. And I'm learning so much about the world of theater and even just the craft of acting while I'm doing this. And that's what it's about, continuously building and growing. And next year you can expect to see me, doing plenty more films and TV shows. So, it's about progression on this level.
Absolutely. Well, Leon, definitely wanted to say congratulations. And, thanks so much for, catching up with me today and allow me to catch up with you. Because, dude, you've been moving. I've been trying to catch you for a minute to just chat, because everything has just been going so well. But listen, the longer we wait when times like that to chat, the more we have to talk about. So congratulations.
Exactly, my brother. I truly appreciate you taking the time as well, man. And, yeah, man, just keep me posted. We'll definitely chop it up again soon.
For sure. Let everybody know where they can, continue to follow you on social media and where they can, download this project.
Okay, great. Well, you can follow me at Leon Thomas on all social media sites, Twitter, Instagram, and you can find me at Leon Thomas Music on Facebook. So, yeah, just reach out, and I'll definitely reach back out as well. Try and find the verified pages. Those are the ones that you should be locking in with. So, yeah.
Exactly. Don't be trying to follow the fake ones and be like, oh, no,
come on now. Don't be following the wrong page.
I be like, yo, this is why we have blue checks for a reason.
Because people be posting some weird stuff on those other pages, so you got to make sure you get the right one. Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Leon Thomas, and right now I'm speaking with the wonderful David Duane.